Hello students, as we are seeing, I hope you all are fine and healthy. You are taking the good health of yours and your family members. So let us see our inside the kitchen topic was going on. This is the second video. In previous video what we have seen about the kitchen. I have shown you the kitchen pictures, its uses, cooked food, uncooked food, why we use the kitchen, and all the food items which we make in the kitchen. For that we use the different methods like boiling. In boiling we prepare rice. By frying we made puris, pakodas, vadas. Steaming we use this method for idli, dhokla. Roasting, this we use for chapati, bhakri, paratha. So these methods we have seen in the previous session. Now this session we are going to see, this is the same chapter but second video. See, all the food items we have seen, but however not all the food is made by heating them. We cook rice, we cook chapati, vegetable. This needed the heat for cooking. But what about the fruits? Fruits we won't cook. We eat it as a raw. We eat fruits mostly raw, that is uncooked. Because if we cook the fruits, so whatever nutrients are present in that fruit, that can go away. So we should eat the fruits raw and or uncooked only. We eat vegetables, not only fruits. Some veggies also there which we are eating, we can eat as a raw. So which are that? Like a tomato. We can make the tomato vegetable also, and we can eat tomato as a raw also. It is very healthy for us. It increases our blood. So like this tomato we can eat as a raw also. Even in the salad, in the koshimbir, we add in the koshimbir, while preparing koshimbir we add in that tomato, cucumber, onion, chili, carrot, cabbage. These things we add in the koshimbir, but we won't cook the koshimbir. We won't give the heat to the koshimbir. We cut it and we add it, we keep it as it is, and we add little curd into that. So we eat the koshimbir also as a raw only, like a salad. So cucumber and banana shake are made without heating. As I told you that in salad cucumber is present, that we eat as raw. Banana shake is also made by without heating it. Fruit juices are also made by without heating them. We eat in the summer season, mostly in the summer season we eat different types of juices. Mixed juice, different apple juice, banana juice, pineapple juice, different types of juices we drink. But that for making these juices no need to give the heat. So how we make the juices? Just we add the fruits and we grind it. We won't give the heat to them, we won't cook it. So these fruits juices also no need to heat them. Even lemon juice, buttermilk, curd, milkshake we take without heating them. Lemon juice also no need to heat. Buttermilk and this milk products, buttermilk, curd, milkshake, this also we eat without heating them, we eat without cooking them. Maybe you have noticed that you have here three things are there. Maybe you have noticed these three things. Papad may be roasted or it may be fried, but if you taste it, both the methods, there is a change in the taste. If you eat the roasted papad and fried papad, the taste is little change. Roasted papad also give the different change and fried papad give the different change. Why? Because we are using the different methods for giving the heat to them, so it carries the different taste into it. Now peanuts may be eaten by roasting or plain, but here also like as papad, roasted peanuts and plain peanuts. Both the peanuts are same, but we are using the different method. One peanut we are eating as a raw, means without roasting it, plain peanuts, and one type we are roasting the peanuts and eating. So what happens? So you can say that the taste of the peanuts gets changed. Roasted peanuts taste different than the plain peanuts. And same you can observe in the potato. Boiled potato is tastier than the raw potato. If you want to eat raw potato, then it doesn't give any type of taste, but if you boil the potato and you eat, then it is tastier than the raw potato. Now let us see some new terms are there. Here they have given some new terms, means new concept definitions are there. Let us see one by one. Our first new term is combustible substance. So what is combustible substance? A substance that can burn is called combustible substance. For example, paper, wood, coal, LPG, kerosene, etc. Suppose you have taken a matchstick and you put it on the paper, then very quickly the paper will burn. So combustible substance means whatever the things are there that can burn, that substances are called as combustible substance. Even daily what at our home puja happens. Our mother do the puja, our mother or grandmother do the puja. In that aarti they use camphor. Camphor means kapur. So as we take the matchstick in front of that camphor, it gets burned. So we can say that camphor is also combustible substance. We have seen in previous session wood, that lady was using the wood for getting the heat for cooking. So wood is also get burned. So wood is also called as combustible substance. Coal means koila, black colors. That is also combustible substance. LPG gas. LPG means the gas which we are using at our home, which is attached to our in our kitchen, attached to the gas cylinder, that is ALPG. In this gas is present, which is useful for getting the heat, for obtaining the heat. So that LPG gas, here it has shown in the red color. This is the LPG gas. This is also combustible substance. And kerosene, we have seen the kerosene stove in previous session. So kerosene stove, here also one lamp is there. In this, if you add the kerosene and if you light with the matchsticks, then it will burn, means kerosene also burn. So kerosene is also a combustible substance. So now maybe you have understood combustible substance means the substances which can burn. That substances are called as combustible substance. We have seen the examples: paper, wood, coal, LPG, kerosene. Other than this, you can find out, you can see that you can get different types of combustible substances. Again, we can add here camphor, which we use in aarti. These are the combustible substances, examples of that. Now our next term is just opposite of this combustible substance, non-combustible substance. Combustible substance means that can burn, and you can imagine opposite means a substance that cannot burn are called non-combustible substance. In combustible substance, that were burning very quickly, but these are not going to burn, that are called non-combustible substance. Now example, water. If you put the matchstick or if you throw a fire into the water, it is not going to burn. But instead of water, if you are taking petrol or kerosene, if you are taking, then that kerosene is going to burn. So we can say that water is not combustible, non-combustible means it is not going to burn, and kerosene is combustible, which will burn. I will give you the example. On the flat surface you are adding kerosene, and another side you are adding water, and you take the matchstick and throw on water as well as kerosene. So which is going to burn? Obviously kerosene. So in this way you can understand that is water is non-combustible and kerosene is combustible, means that water will not burn. Even cement, glass, sand, stone, iron, these are also not going to burn. So these are the examples of non-combustible substance. So we have seen combustible substance, non-combustible substance, their examples. Now our next point is fuel. So what is mean by fuel? Fuel means a combustible substance that can be used conveniently for obtaining heat is called a fuel. Now we have seen combustible substance means the substance which can burn. Okay, but for that burning, for that obtaining heat, combustible substance that can used conveniently for obtaining heat is called a fuel. For obtaining heat, which substances we are using? Suppose you require the heat for cooking, for driving the vehicle and all, we require the heat. So that heat which we are getting from which substances, that substances are called as fuel. Now example is wood. Suppose at our home we do the cooking on the gas, but how we get the heat from it? Suppose you want to cook, so for cooking you should give the heat. You are cooking on the gas, so from where you are getting that heat? You are getting the heat from that LPG. So that is the fuel you are using. You are cooking on chulha, so what you use to get the heat? You use the wood, so wood is called as fuel. And earlier iron were there. Okay, now electric irons are there now, but earlier iron were there. Iron were there. In that they have to add the coal and burn it, and then they have to press it. So that is also one type of fuel. Now in four-wheeler, two-wheeler, for running this two-wheeler and four-wheelers, we should add something into that. Without diesel, without petrol, are they going to run? No. So in two-wheeler and four-wheeler, we add petrol and diesel. So when this petrol and diesels get heated, that time the vehicle run. So have you observed that without petrol or diesel the bike can run? No. So which fuel the two-wheeler and four-wheeler are using? That is petrol or diesel. Even in the stove, what we have to use to get the heat? The stove gets flame, gets heat due to that kerosene. So kerosene is also a fuel. We have seen combustible substance. Now fuel. Fuel means the substance, the combustible substance, the burning substance which you can get for obtaining heat, that is called fuel. However, all the combustible substances are not used as fuel. So many combustible substances are there now, like as matchstick. Matchstick is also a combustible substance, but that we can't say as a fuel. Why? Because those who burn easily and give lots of heat, plenty of heat on burning, are called fuel. So if you are adding the matchstick into the chulha, then you can't cook, because that only matchstick is not going to give you the plenty of heat. For cooking you require the plenty of heat. So many combustible substances are there that gives you the heat, but only those combustible substances are called fuel which give you the more heat and which burns very quickly. Even paper can burn easily, so we tell to paper as a combustible substance. But can we use paper as a fuel for cooking? No, because if you add the paper into the chulha for cooking, then very quickly it gets off, so our cooking will not finish. It doesn't give plenty of heat. That's why these are the combustible substance, but we can't use it as a fuel. So which combustible substance we use as a fuel? Which lights quickly, which burns easily and gives lots of heat, because for cooking we require the lots of fuel. So now once again I will revise. In this session we have seen which food items we eat as a raw, which we have to cook, and papad, peanuts, potatoes, how we use, why it gets taste, and new terms like as combustible substance, non-combustible substance, and finally we have seen about the fuel. So revise it, learn it, and keep in your mind. So whatever next concepts are there, that we will see in next session.